Joining us now, former advisor to President Zelensky, Igor Novikov. Igor, the president literally rolled out the red carpet for Putin. He's posted criticisms of Zelensky leading up to their sit-down. What is the mood in Ukraine right now, looking ahead to this afternoon and the reception that Zelensky might get?
Well, first of all, the red carpet was a big deal for the Ukrainians. I mean, nobody's taken it well. Imagine rolling out the red carpet in October 2001 for bin Laden, for example. I mean, that was the similar sort of feeling from the Ukrainian people. So that wasn't welcome news. In terms of what everyone's expecting from the meeting, well, first and foremost, we're hoping the meeting from February is not going to repeat itself, that it's going to be a productive meeting that leads to a ceasefire that's needed, because only yesterday Putin killed another family in Kharkiv in the residential area. And last but not least, let me give you a quick spoiler. Zelensky will be wearing a suit of sorts.
What beyond the sartorial advice that he seems to be taking out of that February blow-up, what approach do you think that the president of Ukraine is taking to this meeting, knowing Zelensky as you do?
Well, he really wants to explain to President Trump why this ceasefire, first and foremost, is so important. And we only discussed it a few days ago. You see, whatever happens with the territory in Ukraine, whatever happens to the front line, if there are any territorial concessions, even temporary, the Ukrainian people need to say their word. I mean, the president or the parliament do not have such powers in Ukraine. So it has to be a national referendum. And in order for that to happen, we need to have ceasefire, because holding a referendum with missiles landing on people's heads is exactly what Russia wants.
The question of a ceasefire, I think, has been an active one in the days since Friday's meeting in Alaska. But Trump's envoy, Steve Witkoff, also says an Article 5-like security guarantee is a possibility for Ukraine. So does that make the idea of negotiations and potentially ceding land any more palatable?
Well, ceding land is not pleasant to even discuss. So I try and steer clear of that subject. I mean, we'll have to deal with the reality on the ground. I mean, ceding any land that's controlled by Ukraine, that's out of the question. Everything else needs to be discussed, and the killing needs to stop immediately. But the ceasefire is our top priority, and that's what President Zelensky will be pushing for.
You know, President Trump posted overnight on Truth Social that President Zelensky can end the war with Russia almost immediately if he wants to. Should Trump stick to that message in this meeting, what's next, not just for Zelensky, but for the rest of Europe?
Well, it's not my place to give advice to President Trump, but if I were to give some advice to him, I would say, please listen to what President Zelensky and the European leaders have to say, because unlike Putin, they're actually interested in ending this war as quickly as possible. Now, as far as ending this war in 24 hours and 2 hours immediately, whatever, is that possible? Yes, by surrendering, and Ukraine will not surrender.